Jane Kelleher here with Kelleher Connection, my first show, and I'm excited. We're going to be going into the Maha Yoga Center today, right here on Route 28 in Bridgewater. I'm looking forward to going inside, talking with the owner, Diane Lagadek, and with Corey Parrish, my best friend from school, and also my favorite yoga instructor. So we're going to be going inside. I'm based here out of Bridgewater, Mass, and I'm happy today to start my first segment at the Maha Yoga Center. The Maha Yoga Center is located right here in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. And my program will be focusing each week on health and wellness, alternative medicine, and complementary medicine. So what I'm going to speak about today is mostly the benefits of yoga for all ages. And today I'm lucky to have two very wonderful people here to talk with at the Maha Yoga Center. And I'd like to introduce Diane Lagadek. Hi, Diane.
Hello.
Thank you for having us here.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for having me on my first show. And Corey Parrish.
Hello.
Hi, Corey. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to start out with Diane, because Diane, this is your center, and I can honestly say, years ago, you were at another end of Bridgewater,
Right.
and I remember walking in and starting in with yoga myself personally, enjoying it immensely, and also along the years there was also belly dancing and other different classes you had. So if you
Right.
want to just start out, tell us how long that the yoga center's been here in Bridgewater.
We're almost 19 years old. We started in '93, and we were in a little tiny sliver of a place up in the center of the square, Bridgewater Square. And then we took another space there, and then Walgreens decided they wanted that building. So we ended up down here. This has been wonderful. It's been wonderful down at this end of Bridgewater. We don't have to fight the traffic in the square. I was always wondering why my 6 o'clock classes were so stressed trying to get to class. And I figured it out, the square. Everybody knows that, right?
Right.
Yeah. And we started off with just yoga and massage and a couple of classes, but it's grown from there. And everything we do is really meant to help people take care of themselves and to reduce stress. That's the big one.
And as we know today on TV, even being in the medical industry myself personally, and personally having issues with my neck and having surgery, I certainly could see the benefits of relaxation, breathing.
Right.
People that have just emotional stress, day-to-day stress, I mean, the concept of breath and how you can heal your own body internally, I'm sure you know that. I do have to add, though, that Diane also was my teacher at Brockton High School, Corey's teacher at Brockton High School as well. So when did you exactly become an instructor of yoga?
Oh, God. Probably the end of the 60s, early 70s, yeah. I met an Indian teacher who was here in the Boston area, Sri Khanna, and he, a lot of those original Indian masters were scholars. He was here doing another doctorate at one of the colleges in Boston and set up a small ashram in outside of Boston, and that's who I studied with for years. I really never intended to teach because I was a high school teacher, as you know, but I don't know, I just fell into it and loved it so much.
And Corey, my yoga instructor as well, and I personally say one of my best friends since when did we go back?
Third grade.
Third grade.
Wow.
My BFFs, and now you have me on Monday nights.
Exactly.
And I'm not late anymore because I'm not teaching anymore. So I certainly appreciate, and I know that you now have been an instructor for how many years?
I've been an instructor for 5 years.
5 years. And why did you get into yoga yourself, personally?
I started in high school way back when with Diane and stopped for many years. And I probably went back a good 11 years ago when I was a stay-at-home mother and I needed an outlet at night. My husband would come home and I'd say, I'm going to yoga. And I got into teaching because I wanted to further my education on yoga. And I just thought that was a great way to do that. Wasn't sure if I was going to teach, but then, after doing my 200-hour training with Diane, I did want to share it with a lot of people, and it keeps me involved in it, and I love it so much that I wanted to teach it, and I enjoy it.
I have a wonderful story about Corey. when she came back to me, she said, "I want to be your student again."
Yes.
I did.
And I remember when you got your certification. God bless you, mother, and now a yoga instructor, and all those wonderful things, and still my BFF, which is even better. And I mean, especially in today's world, everybody knows out there on the market, pharmaceutical companies, I know there is a respect for medicinal purposes, for anxiety, for depression. I can honestly say the benefits of this type of medicinal breathing, relaxation. I mean, studies now with the federal government are showing now the benefits of that. Health insurance companies are paying for it now. People that have cancer are actually being approved by health insurances to have relaxation, and I know that you have massage here as well.
Right.
I mean, they definitely say if you can heal yourself and keep yourself emotionally healthy, then physically that's going to complement it. I did want to ask, I know there is different versions of yoga. Corey, what actually are you specialized in?
I teach Hatha yoga.
Hatha yoga.
Hatha yoga.
And if I was out there and I was looking at in a menu, not at a restaurant, I'd say cheese pizza, well done, right? But I'm at yoga. What as a beginner, what would I want? Would I want Hatha yoga?
Anybody can come to a Hatha yoga. I would recommend when the first time you ever came, just to let your teacher know that you've never done yoga before. And there are modifications for everything in Hatha yoga. So, and we tell people you do what you can do, and the more they come, the more they learn. And some people, are happy doing basic poses, and other people go on to different classes. But Hatha yoga is a great stepping stone for anybody who wants to come into yoga.
It's all Hatha yoga.
Yeah.
It's all about Hatha.
Yeah, well, no, it is all Hatha yoga. I mean, maybe we put it in a certain order and call it something else, so we make it flow and call it something else. But all of the basic poses, Trikonasana triangle is the same in any class that you take. And so Hatha yoga is the real backbone.
Great.
Yeah.
And then my other question is, I could personally say I am an aerobics instructor and a Zumba instructor. And I certainly years ago had my first experience in yoga saying, oh my gosh, this yoga, I could do this yoga. And I was the one in class falling over. I was laughing at myself. And I was in between a football player and an elderly person. The gentleman next to me was actually very funny, but he was there for high blood pressure. And I'd probably say he was in his late 60s. And then the boy next to me was a senior in football. And he was there because the coaches now are saying to the kids that for stress and anxiety, and a lot of kids have anger to vent off. So I was in between the two kids, and I was the one literally falling over. So at this point of my segment, just because, a lot of people are apprehensive and nervous about trying new things, but I mean, the older we get, it doesn't even matter in kids these days. I didn't know if you could just show me real quick for the community out there, a position that you think that would be something that people could utilize at home. Or
we're sitting down right now, and all of yoga can be translated to chairs, to anywhere. I know a lot of people think, oh, I can't do this, I can't get up and down from the floor. You definitely can. I mean, if we just came to the edge of a chair, right?
Okay.
And
they dress the part here.
And if people's backs are bothering them, they can do a couple of things. They can do a spinal twist. They can bring the left hand on the outside of the right leg, bring the right hand on the and bring the right hand right at the center back, and just turn and look over the shoulder, right, to release the lower back. It can be done on the floor too. And then if you come back,
gosh. Now what about toxins? I hear a lot about toxins. Does that release your organs?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because in a pose like you're doing, let's go the other side. Stay balanced, my dear.
Okay.
Right hand on the other side of the left leg hand there.
You're the teacher.
So what you're doing is you're massaging internal organs, stomach, and releasing a lot of stuff that's there. The spinal twists come back to center.
Okay.
Would also be good for people with digestion problems, right? Because it gets things moving in there, right? But then if they also have back problems, if you bring your hands, both hands to the knees, we can do a version of, on the floor we call this cat stretch, right? And like a cat, you'd arch yourself back and bring
Do I have to meow?
Not yet, right? And then this one you can meow. And then the next one come forward. Next, when you come forward and you bring your belly button forward, pull on the knees, look up and arch your back like you see cats do. Meow, meow. And then you can come back again. And you can do that a couple times. Sitting on a chair to release neck and strain, you can drop the chin to the chest and just relax it there. You can lift it up. You can lift the head to the ceiling. I mean, there's a million things that people can do just sitting in their chairs.
And respectfully so, I mean, the more we read about today, the more it's being worldwidely, obviously, you know, accepted. Just like brushing your teeth. I mean, incorporating breathing and yoga is definitely...
One of my ex-students here who trained with us also is now working for the VA, and they're finding that yoga and meditation and breathing are really helping with PTSD. So,
and PTSD
is post-traumatic stress, what a lot of these young people are coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan with.
Certainly. And so here at the Yoga Center, are you on Facebook? Do you have a website you can share with us?
Yep. The website is www.mahayogacenter.com. But you know what? The neatest part about the center, I really have to say, besides our wonderful instructors, are the people who come through the
community.
door.
She always says that. The
Really?
the people. Yeah,
I mean, surrounding towns, obviously.
Well, it's the people who come here. They really make up the center. We have people all ages, all backgrounds, and you know, it's not a place where you have to have your Lululemon outfit.
Right.
I mean, it's all ordinary. Yeah, it's just all ordinary folks. That's been our blessing. Is to have those, you know, that. I had a woman this morning that just started taking classes. She was in my 10 o'clock class, and she said, I just started coming here, and she said, you know what, your yoga studio is the first one I found that's not corrupted.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
And so much in the world today, we can say there is corruption, but there's always good, and it's always to just raise that, obviously, vibration, energy, happiness. So I personally love it here and enjoy it, and I personally believe in alternative medicine and as far as yoga and everything else the studio has to offer. I know that you have belly dancers in here tonight. Welcome anyone to stop by.
The belly dancers are rehearsing tonight for their concert this coming Saturday.
Wonderful. Very
we
nice.
also remember have meditation.
Yes.
Meditation is a wonderful skill to have. And all sorts of classes. I mean, our brochure is full of wonderful classes.
Right. And they can see your brochure online?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Beautiful. Well, Corey, Diane, thank you for being part of my first segment, Kelleher Connection, where East meets West in health and wellness. And as my Nana always says, and my mom, started with the potato salad. Thank you. Have a good day.